PETCO Park under a cloud of marine layer tonight as we are ready for Game 2 of this final three-game series of the 2011 season, the Cubs and the San Diego Padres. And good evening, everyone. Along with Mark Grant and Tony Gwynn, Dick Henberg, pleased that you've joined us on 2-for-1 Tuesday night. The Padres with a 2-0 win last night behind Matt Latos and a couple of runs in the sixth inning that got the job done. And as we go over, gentlemen, this entire season, there are many highlights, even though it's a 70 and 90 year for San Diego. And one of those is right out there in the middle of that grassy outfield here at PETCO Park.
Yeah, Cameron Maybin, I think, came into this season with a couple of question marks. Number one, would he be a good enough defender? Because there were questions in Florida about, whether he would ever learn to take the right angles and do stuff. There has been no question on the defensive end, he's been able to handle it. On the offensive end, career highs pretty much across the board. At-bats, hits, runs scored, stolen bases. And so to me, that progression that we talked about, he's gotten better and better as the year has gone on.
I didn't know Cameron Maybin when he was a Tiger, when he was a Marlin, but I'll tell you one thing, this kid is a breath of fresh air. His personality in the clubhouse just shines. I think that rubs off on everybody. And as a former pitcher, I would love to see number 24 out there in center field. He's just getting better and better. As you said, repetition is just going to make him better. The confidence is just going to have him skyrocket. And when other teams come to town, hey, what about that Maybin kid? Well, sorry, he's got Padres on his chest. He's ours.
And when you build a ball club, you build the strength up the middle. Here you got your center fielder. He's only 24. You've got some 23-year-old pitchers. The strength is there. That's a start as you go ahead to 2012, and it makes you excited just to think forward, even though here we are saying goodbye to 2011. And here's our starting pitching matchup for tonight. With one game to go after this, Matt Garza pitched a no-hitter a year ago. He goes for the Cubs, trying to level his record at 10-10 on the year. And Anthony Bass, can he close out the season unbeaten 3-0? The pitching matchup brought to you by Discount Tire, where America saves on tires. He's only 23, like Matt Latos, the 23-year-old who got the job done last night. Anthony Bass on the mound. Entertaining the Chicago Cubs, and interestingly, the two teams are dead even on the season, 70 wins and 90 losses. Padres getting ready to take the field, and they are so introduced. And Anthony Bass will take the mound tonight for San Diego. And his starting pitcher profile brought to you by your San Diego County Cadillac dealer. Stop in tonight for an attractive lease or purchase offer. Bass is just 23, 6'2", and 190. Pitched for Wayne State College, Wayne State University in the city of Detroit. He was a 5th-round pick just 3 years ago.
And I like the numbers for Anthony Bass. He's pitched out of the bullpen. This is his 3rd start of the year. And something I find quite interesting, guys, 2 starts, both in Colorado, right? I'm really anxious to see him pitch here at PETCO Park.
He's pitched in relief, but not as a starter here at PETCO, and his ERA is outstanding, stunningly so, 1.66. Well, look at the Cubs lineup of Mike Quaddy. It's brought to you by the Prize Patrol, presented by Jerome's Furniture. Text winning to 269-411 to enter. Well, that Starlin is a star. Castro leads off tonight. They've got the A-team in there this evening. Darwin Barney, then Aramis Ramirez, Carlos Pena, their leading home run hitter, Brian Laher, the promising long ball hitting rookie, Alfonso Soriano, center fielder Marlon Byrd batting 7th, Giovanni Soto, the catcher, 8th, and Garza on the mound. 3 Cubs with 25 home runs or more. Pena, Ramirez, and Soriano. The only other team in the National League that can say that, the Brewers, with Fielder, Braun, and Corey Hart.
I think there's going to be a good test for Anthony Bass, because like in relief, you pitch maybe an inning or 2 innings, right? He's going to see, hopefully, this Cub lineup 3 or 4 times, depending on how he goes deep into this ball game. So it'll be a good test to see how he battles these hitters, these veteran hitters for the Cubs.
For me, I really want to see him, how he handles going through this lineup, mixing in his other pitches. You know, you're coming out of the bullpen, usually pare it down to a couple of pitches that you're going to depend on. Now going into the starting rotation, or getting a chance to start, he gets to, you know, mix in a changeup, mix in a curveball. It'll be interesting to see how he goes through this lineup.
Well, up at Coors Field, he went 5 innings, no runs, and allowed only 2 hits in picking up his 2nd win. And he will continue to start in the Arizona Fall League after the season wraps up tomorrow night. Continuing to build up that arm strength, and we're underway. And Castro lines up base hit to left field. This brilliant 21-year-old shortstop now with 205 base hits. He's going to be the National League leader at age 21.
Think he was sitting on the first pitch fastball?
Oh, all over it.
Oh, he was right on that.
He has now reached base safely in 39 consecutive games. That breaks an 82-year-old Chicago Cubs record. Brings up Darwin Barney, the 2nd baseman, batting .276. That's a strike called by Darryl Cousins. Padres and the Cubs even at 2 wins each. Chicago took 2 out of 3 in wintry conditions back in April at Wrigley. Late stretch tonight was Jesus Guzman, as that neck continues to pester him. Kyle Blanks at first base. Runner bluffs and a pitch out, and wisely Castro returns to first base. Luis Martinez behind the plate.
An abbreviated slide step from Anthony Bass, trying to sniff something out there. Now, after that pitch out, I'm guessing that they're going to maybe possibly throw the short breaking ball or fastballs away here, just in case Castro has a chance to go to second base, still throw a good quality pitch down and away.
Squared and had to back out of there. 2-1. Castro has 22 steals.
Castro a couple of pitches ago was ready to go, but sniffed out something different in Bass's delivery and kind of sniffed out the pitch out before he let the ball go.
He's now hit safely in 48 of the last 53 games. What a young talent. Oh, a little closer. Shutout last night, 2-0. The Cubs trying to stir up some trouble here in the top of the first. Castro with the leadoff single, and the 2-1 pitch now to Barney. Three and one. Slider hangs well high.
And Anthony Bass has to think down to the zone here. This is a dangerous pitch here. Something could be on. There is one thing working in the Padres' favor. Barney's grounded into 13 double plays this year.
Watchful eye of Darren Balsley, the Padre pitching coach. Runner goes. Strike at the plate. The throw is in time for the out. Almost tagged himself out. That throw from Martinez was right on the money.
Yeah, and that's kind of surprising there. 3-1. Barney gave Castro a chance to steal a base. He got a pretty good jump. And Martinez, well, look at the throw. Watch the throw by Martinez. Look where he puts this ball. Glenn Hudson, all he has to do is catch the ball. He's going to slide right into the glove.
Right on the left elbow.
Nice throw. A nice play.
And the count now full on Darwin Barney. Fouls it back.
You know, the throw was great, but I think you always have to rewind and look back. You look at how they catch it, how they receive it, how they work their feet, how they come up out of the glove. Everything worked perfectly for Luis Martinez.
Really surprised Barney took. He took a 3-1 fastball right down the middle.
I mean, as a hitter, you're in that situation, especially with the runner on first base. You get a good heater, 3-1. At least try to, rip it the other way or put a good rip on it.
I mean, he was giving Castro a chance to steal the base and then maybe think about hitting the ball to the right side, getting in the third. But you get a cookie like that, that's a ball you should try to do something with.
Ball four. Well, Barney walks. And with one out, ARAMIS Ramirez, the third baseman, steps up. He did not play last night. San Diego defense. Headley and Bartlett on the left side. Hudson and Blanks on the right. Venable, MAYBIN, Hermida left to right in the outfield with young Luis Martinez behind the plate, handling Anthony Bass. Ramirez and Castro both hitting .306 to share the lead for the Cubs. The only National League team with two men hitting over 300 in the top 10. Ramirez leads in doubles with 90, or in RBIs with 92, and doubles with 35. So you get into some pretty heavy hitters now. Carlos Pena on deck, their leading home run man with 28.
Well, I think if Anthony Bass is on with his fastball tonight, he should have no problem with veteran righties, young righties. This year combined, starting and relieving, righties are only hitting .209 off of Anthony.
He's made quite a jump. Last year he was pitching over in Lake Elsinore. He was 8-7, then worked his way to San Antonio this year, and then up to the big leagues. Popped up, might be a play. Martinez to the barrier and makes the catch on top of the barrier in the television well.
Play by Martinez. See, he knows he's getting close.
That's a close up too for our camera. Was he smiling?
And he makes the play.
Yeah, Jimmy G's got that camera lens right in his grill. Look at that.
Give us a wink.
That's a great play. Good play.
Good pitch by Anthony Bass. Change speeds on Ramirez out in front.
Looked like a slider out in front of it.
Carlos Pena steps in, the cleanup hitter. Walked for the 100th time last night. Broken bat foul down the right field side. went a pretty good distance for a shattered bat.
I was just going to say, how does a ball travel that far when a guy snaps his bat like that?
Going to go for a new stick. It's the most walks in Cubs history by a first baseman. Our pal Mark Grace walked 95 times in 2000, and Pena now with 100 free tickets. Last year at Tampa Bay also hit 28 home runs. That's his total this year, but a few years ago he had a 46 home run season with the Rays. One strike to count. Breaking ball misses. 1-1.
Pena's always been one of those guys that, like we talked about last night, he's got home run power to any part of the yard, but in getting that power, you're going to have to sacrifice something. He's going to walk 100 times a year too, but he's going to strike out an awful lot. And you just hope in those situations that he comes up in a situation where he can hit a few long balls and be that presence in the middle of your lineup. And he got off to a real slow start this year. And as the season's gone on, he started to pick up the pace a little bit. And it'd be interesting to see if the Cubs decide to bring him back or not.
That's a strike.
You mentioned the slow start. I mean, put yourself in his place. You play in Tampa, right? You're indoors. It's going to be a controlled climate. You go to Chicago in April, it's going to be like 35. I mean, that's, and I'm not saying that's an excuse for Pena, but that is quite an adjustment.
Yeah. Hitting in Wrigley.
Mm-hmm.
Quite an adjustment.
With the wind blowing in.
Sometimes the wind blowing in. Sometimes the grass is real thick.
Yeah.
Sometimes the grass is white. We had snow flurries there in April. 38, 37 degrees, I think, every game. That's pretty tough to feel comfortable.
Yeah. Ryan Sandberg is one of those guys always got off to a slow start because of the weather, and as the weather warmed up, he usually did too.
1-2. Low and inside. Pena, as Tony has pointed out, does strike out a lot, 160 times this year. That's about one every 4 at bats.
He's not laying. He's not going after that slider down and in. He's thrown that twice in this at bat, and he has just spit on that pitch.
So 3-2 will give the runner Barney a jump start.
That's how his teams try to pound him in. Fastballs in, breaking balls in.
I say fastball away here.
Strike 3 call. Pena doesn't like it, but the inning is over, and Anthony Bass has his first strikeout tonight. Coming up, bottom of the first inning for the Padres, it'll be Venable, Bartlett, and MAYBIN against Matt Garza.
Energy in motion in San Diego to help our community and economy. ERA 3.35. That's the 14th best in the National League. He's not received a lot of support, Garza, this year. He's pitched better than that 9-10 record. In fact, he's left 7 games when the Cubs were leading and no decisions for him.
Yeah, he's a fly ball strikeout type pitcher. This guy has got some nasty stuff. Fastball, slider, curve, and a change. Pretty lone bright spot in the Cubs rotation this year. But he's got good stuff when he's on.
Came over from Tampa Bay in January, start of the year. Sam Fold, an outfielder, going to the Rays, along with a pitcher, Chris Archer, and Brandon Geyer, another outfielder. He was a big pickup. Fortify the rotation. He's 1-0 lifetime against the Padres in a couple of starts, giving only 3 earned runs in 14 innings. And Venable takes a strike. Will with a big home run last night, his 8th of the year. Still a lot of chatter about how that ball carried well over 400 feet when he really didn't take a full-fledged cut at it. Was out in front, able to snap his wrists, and obviously found the right spot on the bat.
Yep.
Went a long way. 0-2. 95 he shows on that fastball.
Where he's going to be about 95, 96. Boy, doing a little yoga out there right now. Just see him kind of look to the sky and kind of do something with his hand there. Maybe trying to relax himself.
Swung at a ball in the dirt, and the put out made to first base. Soto to Pena. And let's check Bud Black's starting lineup tonight, brought to you by Evans Tire and Service Centers, home of the free alignment. Bartlett up next, then MAYBIN. Chase Headley bats cleanup. Hudson, Hermina. Then Kyle Blanks in the 7th spot. Luis Martinez behind the plate, and Bass on the mound. Bartlett has had an excellent career hitting against the Cubs. .344 lifetime average. Takes a strike. He went 0 for 4 last night.
The things I like about Garza is that when you hear people talk about it a lot from when you get pitchers who throw downhill, everything is kind of got some tilt. He got away with hanging a breaking ball, but his breaking ball is sharp, as we've seen. His fastball has some tilt going down in the strike zone. He changes speeds with that fastball. You can get it up there 95, 96 miles an hour.
And he does get that steep angle like you're talking about. And he'll throw both that 2-seamer and that 4-seam fastball. That's why he'll either get the strikeout with 2 strike or he'll get a fly ball.
Right. Off the fist, rolled to Castro at short. 2 away. Chicago defense. The outfield, Soriano in left, Bird in center, LaHare, the right fielder. Ramirez and Pena at the corners. The double play combination of Castro and Barney up the middle. Soto behind the plate and Garza on the mound.
Most errors in Major League Baseball, the Chicago Cubs. 132 miscues.
Yeah, you compare that to Philadelphia, the best in the National League, only 73.
Wow.
Yeah. They've already got good pitching, but you play that kind of defense, it becomes better.
Cameron Maybin. 9 home runs to lead the team. Fouls this one away. Well, the Padres, with just 2 games left, will they have a home run hitter in double figures, and will they be able to? Doesn't look as if they're going to have a man drive in 50 runs since Ludwig has been traded away. So new bat for Maybin.
You know, I've noticed about Cameron, I think it happened last night as well. He's going Vlad Guerrero with the no batting gloves. Did you ever go no batting gloves,
No.
King? I know you always
No.
had batting gloves.
Never?
Never, no.
You like those gloves so much you even played basketball with them on.
Guys, you like to feel that wood in your hand. I never was one.
Look out.
1-1. Live 95-mile-an-hour fastball driving MAYBIN out of the box.
So you got to have some tough hands. You got that pine tar, and with the torque that you create when you swing, you know, I'm sure guys in spring training, the offseason, they get those blood blisters.
Yep.
And, you know, they build up those calluses on their hands.
Well, to me, I'd have to hit an awful lot before I'd get to that point where I'd take those gloves off. Because
Ooh, tied him up with a fastball.
you see how that ball just kind of ran in on him, and that's what I mean about Garza. Look at this ball take off on. It got in so quick on MAYBIN, he had to take the top hand off the bat just to get the bat around.
Tenth in the league in strikeouts. High fly ball angled toward foul territory. The second baseman Barney, and that's it for the Padres in the first inning. They go in order. We go to the second inning, no score. Have a good time at PETCO. Center, and now a brief respite. Well, we've got one more left. 15 prizes in 15 games for those of you who are renewing your season tickets for 2012. And tonight, the winner is Berg Electrical Corporation. Gail Harmon. They've been ticket holders, season holders since 1980. A $500 shopping spree to the Padres team store for them. Not too late to place your 2012 deposit. Be entered to win tomorrow. Call the Padres 619-795-5555 tonight. Bass first pitch over but low. Brian LaHare, rookie who led all of the minor leagues in home runs with 38 this year. Pulls it to the right side. Blanks with the underhand flip. Well timed to Bass, and there's one away. Brings up Alfonso Soriano. Soriano, 25 homers and 85 runs batted in. Talked about his big contract, long-term contract that still has 3 more years left after this at $18 million per annum. Rips that one to left field. Over, they cut it off, is Venable. He gets it in, and it's a 1-out single for Soriano.
Soriano didn't waste any time.
Like Castro, first pitch. Anthony trying to pound it. Well, I tell you what, that's some plate coverage, or off the plate coverage, I should say. It looked like it was going to be a ball if taken.
Soriano swings a big bat. So
plus, he stays up on the plate, too.
Exactly, and he's got plate coverage. He takes that ball off the end and lines it in the left center.
This is the 10th consecutive year he's hit at least 20 home runs. Alfonso is now 35 years of age. Strike. Marlon Byrd. And here's Byrd batting down in the 7th spot. It gives you an idea how strong this lineup can be. And Byrd is hit in the middle of the lineup 3, 4, and 5 in his career. Fastball inside. Numbers down this year. Byrd 9 home runs, 35 runs batted in. Soriano used to be a threat to steal, but legs got some years on him now and rarely goes. Line drive left field, charging is Venable, and he makes the catch. Byrd hit it so hard it carried all the way to left fielder Venable for the second out.
Byrd right on that. Lines it into left field.
So let's see the hits, the good swings, I should say. Castro, Soriano, and now, thank goodness, an out off Byrd. All fastballs, right?
Yep.
That brings up catcher Giovanni Soto. Been hot the last week. Last 7 games, 3 home runs, 7 RBIs. He comes out swinging the slider.
It's almost like the scouting report said, hey, look for a fastball early in the camp, because they were really aggressive. And they said, let me see if we can start this Soto guy off with a slider here.
Again.
0-2.
That's a good looking slider from Anthony.
The pitcher Garza on deck. 2 outs. Soriano at first. We're in the top of the 2nd here at Petco. No score. The Cubs and the Padres. Fastball waste outside. Well, we wrap it up tomorrow night, 5 o'clock for our Honda Dealers pregame show. 5:35 start. Wade LeBlanc 4-6 against Ryan Dempster for the Cubs. Dempster is 10-13. Crowd still filing in on this Tuesday night. Another nice attendance. It looks about the same size as last night when we saw 26,000 here. Ground ball. Third baseman Headley will go the short way for the putout. And the inning is over. No runs a hit. Cubs leave another. In the bottom of the 2nd, middle of the order for San Diego, Headley, Hudson, and Hermida coming up. Padres and Cubs wrap it up at 5:35. First 30,000 of you will receive a free download card featuring today's hottest songs, plus an opportunity to win a free Android smartphone. Visit Padres.com tonight for your tickets. Close out the season with us here at Petco tomorrow night. There we go. We got a cheerleader for tonight's action. Nice thing about kids that age, you don't even have to wind them up.
No,
they just keep jumping.
Let them have a good time at the ballpark.
Is that a St. Louis Cardinal hat? I couldn't quite discern.
I think it was one of those alternate red San Diego hats with the stars and stripes.
We're looking logo at the Cardinal score at Houston tonight. 6-6. Or was it 8-6? It's the Cardinals have gone ahead in the top of the 7th inning, 8-6, and of course they're in a battle with Atlanta for that wild card, and Atlanta has lost to Philadelphia, so a St. Louis win, and they're tied with 1 game to go. Meanwhile, in the American League, Boston hanging on to an 8-7 lead in the 9th inning, bottom of the 9th, Baltimore at bat, as they try to hang on to at least a tie. Tampa Bay has defeated the Yankees 5-3, so pressure on the Red Sox to win for those two teams to be tied going into the final game of the season. How's that for a finish? That's why all those games you think are meaningless in the middle of June, July, August, boy, every one count.
And the Padres taking 2 out of 3 for the Red Sox in Fenway this year.
Yeah. Headley the batter, and Garza sends in a fastball for a strike. One and one to the man who walks more than any other Padre, 52 times, even though he missed 5 weeks of action with that fractured pinky finger. Steps in at 290 tonight. Fouled into the glove of Soto.
Tell you what, that was an 87-mile-an-hour changeup.
Good arm action on it too. I mean, he's hit 95 tonight, but he's got 4 pitches.
I mean, usually the differential in fastball change about 12 to 13, maybe 14 miles an hour, right?
Yeah, normally.
That's 95 to 87.
It's almost like a BP heater. It's almost like
that's a good call. Yeah,
just a regular fastball that you take a little bit off of.
Up the middle and into center field. He was jammed, but found the right hole up the middle into center field for the first Padre hit.
Nice hitting there by Chase Headley. He just kept his hands inside the ball and took it right back up the middle. Still got in on him, but strong enough to get it out in between Castro and Barney up the middle for a base hit.
Brings up Orlando Hudson. Leadoff man aboard for San Diego here in the 2nd. Another line drive, base hit. Over to cut it off is Bird in center, so Headley will hold at second base. The Padres have the first 2 men aboard here in the 2nd inning. Line singles by Headley and Hudson.
Wasted no time. Got a first pitch fastball. Goes right with it to left center field.
Cubs were early on base on that fastball, and the Padres doing the same thing here. Headley taking some pitches, and see if the bottom of the order can bring him around.
Jeremy Hermida as a Padre, 9 for 37 with a home run. First baseman Pena was edging in as if he expected Hermida to shorten up and bunt. Oh, and 2. Curveball that time from Garza.
At the back curveball. So one throws for a strike, the other trying to get Hermida to swing at it, and he does.
Headley and Hudson aboard with singles, no one out. Late swing and clips it back on the screen.
See Soto out of the crouch on that one. They wanted the fastball up.
To me, that's the difference in this era now and a couple of eras before 02. Usually you wouldn't throw anything close to the strike zone. You try to get somebody to chase something out of the zone. Like that. Good breaking ball down in the zone. But today's game, they're more willing to attack the hitter. Why waste pitches?
Well, you can't throw up and in anymore because you'll get warned, and then if you do it again, you get thrown out. And I'm totally serious when I say that. Am I right?
Yeah, you're right.
Because you will get warned. So I think advantage sways dramatically to the hitter.
No, that inside 6 inches from the inside corner into the batter's box, that the pitcher doesn't own any piece of that. That should be part of his real estate too.
You got to command the ball well enough so that you can get that real estate back.
Yeah.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Hermida. And he's worked the count full from 0-2. Slider missing high. Right back to the mound, bobbled, so the runners will advance. Garza throws out Hermida, but any chance at a possible double play lost on the bobble. Now it serves as a sacrifice. Headley to third, Hudson to second, and Kyle Blanks the batter.
That's one of those balls that I'm sure Garza's upset with himself because as this ball is hit, it's a 1. It's the second hop that gets him because he's on the slope. It might hit one of the, around the landing area. Who knows? But it doesn't take a clean hop. Yeah. And I'm sure he's happy he gets an out. But you know what? He had to be thinking, too, as soon as that ball was struck.
And you know what? He was lucky because that ball, he didn't get glove on that. That ball hit him in the thigh. And luckily it ricocheted right in front of him. Otherwise, it's going to get by him. And, hey, maybe he got the bases loaded and nobody out.
He played it like an outfielder. And he used his body to knock it down. Blank swinging first pitch and fouls it back. Kyle at 228 with 7 homers. Infield back, except first baseman Pena. He's about a step off the baseline at first base. Anything on the ground up the middle will get the Padres the early lead.
Got to get at least one here.
Garza trying to get in on Kyle Blanks, not letting him get his arms extended.
One out, Headley at third, Hudson at second. Hudson with a big lead at second base. Slider outside, 2-1. Castro is swung into the hole, and the second baseman Barney is back on the grass at second base. So Hudson will get a big jump here. Base hit should be able to score easily. Fly ball hit deep to left center field. Back, and it is up against the wall. 2-run score. Blanks with a double, and the Padres lead it 2-0.
Yeah, it looked like Garza wanted to try to get in on Kyle Blanks. Didn't get it in there enough. A little bit elevated. Kyle Blanks, nice job. Takes a short stroke and lines it into left center field for a double.
Remember the first pitch of the at-bat, tried to sneak that fastball by him. He fouled it. So, it may have been a case of, hey, he got me the first time. He's not going to get me the second time. And he was looking for it, and he got it.
Brings up Luis Martinez, still 1 out. And the fastball misses. Blanks with his 25th and 26th RBIs of the year. Two 2-0. First base open, and pitcher Bass due next. A couple of singles. Headley and Hudson ground out. Armida serves as a sacrifice, and the two men ride home on Blank's double. 3-0.
He's going to get with the little bird left on the rock. Nothing. Did you ever see a bird leave with food still on the rock? No, they eat the whole thing. He ain't going to get anything.
You were leading us down that rocky path there. I didn't know quite where you were going. 3-1.
You sit on the back porch back home and you're throwing crumbs and birds come up. What do they leave? Nothing.
Well, sometimes. 3-1. Martinez fouls it away.
Yeah, now it sways towards Garza, right? 3-0, paints outside. Fastball away foul. Now he can maybe try a little trickery here. Because if he walks him, hey, you got the pitcher up next. Might throw him a breaking ball here.
I think he's going to go after him. I think he wants to get him out because he knows the pitcher's on deck.
Walks him. Misses inside. That's the first base on balls from Garza. That changes the complexion of this at bat for Bass. Now he can try to sacrifice his teammates into scoring position and leave it up to Will Venable. So a rough second inning for Matt Garza. 3 hits and a walk. Bass has been up only 5 times officially. 0 for 5. Third baseman Ramirez, first baseman Pena edging in from the corners. Takes a strike.
You want to go to third base with this bunt.
Look at Castro. He's almost holding the runner at second base on, and that whole left side of the infield is agape.
And if you can handle the bat a little bit.
That's a fair ball, and Soto goes up the line for the out. I believe had he let it roll, it might have kicked foul, but he didn't want to take any chances. So sacrifice for Bass. 2-4 on the putout. Blanks to third, Martinez to second.
Soto had a chance. He could have gone to second with that ball too. If you're going to field this ball, he's up. He's to it quickly. He could go to second.
I thought he had a chance at third as well. Don't you think,
Tony?
Tony?
The only reason why I say second is because he's going away from third base. So he had a shot at second base, but he decided to take the out at first.
And you got 2 outs. You get the sure out, you got 2 outs.
Venable struck out his first time. Chance for the Padre leadoff hitter to do some serious damage here in the second inning. Chance for a couple more. Oh, and 2. Change up. 86 again.
Not going to give in. You know, you saw Venable hit that home run last night. He's gone off speed, both pitches here.
One and 2. The cold hard blast presented by Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Last night leading off the 6th. He reaches out and hooks that one right over the center field wall for home run number 8 this year. 2 and 2. Garza's been ahead of some of these hitters and then unable to get that third strike and working the count long. And his pitch count up to 42 here in the second inning.
The other thing, he's shown a lot of faith in Soto behind the plate that he would be able to block that breaking ball that's been down in the dirt.
Foul. Oh, Soto.
Well, he's giving him a heavy dose of breaking stuff inside.
Blanks at third with a 2-run double. Martinez with a walk and moving up on the sacrifice at second. And the count 2 and 2 to Venable. Struck him out. So Venable has struck out both at bats tonight. He leaves a couple of men in scoring position, but the Padres get 2 on 3 hits and leave 2. And after a couple, it's the Padres by 2. We'll face Garza, Castro, and Barney for the Cubs. And we're pleased to have with us in our Channel 4 booth Dave Bialis, the chairman and general manager of Cox, California, and 15 years of baseball in San Diego here on Channel 4 San Diego. And it's kind of mixed emotions for you and your employees tonight and tomorrow.
Very mixed emotions. We're proud, obviously, of what Cox has created in this community and with the Padres and with you gentlemen.
First pitch to Garza is a strike.
And Tom and Ed in the truck. It's just been an unbelievable run. We broke the model here when we did this in San Diego by my predecessor Bill Geppert had a vision creating a local channel, and we took advantage of it, and we were the first to do HD. And as you know, Dick, we did all games. We did every game. And that was not the norm.
Bass has his second strikeout.
I like this young pitcher, by the way. I liked all the pitchers for the Padres.
Yeah, they've had a good year, no doubt about that.
I mean, this is a good young team.
Dave, I know you've been a baseball fan all your life, and so it hurts to know that with all your efforts that the run of 15 years will not continue. I know you tried hard.
Yeah, to our viewers and to our employees and all the guys and you guys and gals in the truck, we really made an effort, a strong effort. The sports rights business is a tough one these days, as you can watch. And you read, ESPN just paid $1.5 billion, I think, for Sunday football, Monday Night Football, and we gave our best effort.
You didn't have $1.5 billion from the Padres?
No, we're not a huge company. We're a very fine company, but that was a little out of our reach, not that deal, but right. Even here. I think, we were disappointed, but you know what? The legacy we build here and the people and the growth and the pride that all of you have in this product and we have in our viewers, loyalty is, we'll never.
Castro driving one to right field, but Hermida has room near the warning path for the second out. Darwin Barney walked his first time. What I think the question in the minds of a lot of our viewers now, then, if Channel 4 San Diego is not going to be televising the Padres next year, what happens to the station?
Yeah, good question. That's and really a good one, because we built for SD around the Padres and built a lot of programming to surround that. We still want to do work with the Padres if we can, and whoever does do the games. But we are kind of looking at doing some new programming. We're freshening up Channel 4 and putting on some new unique shows that we think are going to be pretty cool. So we're working on some good stuff back at the studio there. Dennis Morgino is another, really been here the whole time, and there's some tears, you know, and I was in the truck, and it was the sense of pride is it's palpable, and we couldn't be prouder. And on behalf of all of our employees, Mark, you've been here 15 years, and
Fly ball Barney, named at Hormida.
This went way too fast.
Well, the sense of your passion that matches that of all your employees, and I think this whole community thanks Channel 4 San Diego for what it has given to every sports fan, and especially the baseball fan.
We loved every minute of it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks for everything you've done, Mark. Super job.
Right.
Thank you.
I'll send you that script, The Loves and Laments of Mark Grant. I think it's going to be a big hit series.
I want to read it, see it.
By Test Drive, the all-new redesigned 2012 Civic, and by Cox Wireless. An unbelievably fair choice is coming to wireless service. Visit unbelievablyfair.com for details. So the Padres up. Last of the third inning. Matt Garza needed 31 pitches to get through the second. A couple of runs scoring on 2 singles and a 2-run double by Kyle Blanks. Bartlett grounded to short. His first at bat. MAYBIN and Headley up next. Time call by Bartlett as Garza staring down the chute a little too long. Brother is a baseball coach up where they were raised in Fresno. Changeup.
That changeup there had a little run on it, guys. Away like a little cutter.
Garza trying to close out the year with 4 consecutive wins and level his record at 10-10. Outside 1-2.
13 road starts this year for the right-hander. It's below 500 in the ERA of 4.7, a 3-5 record. So the Padres already getting 2 off of them early.
Ground ball to short, right at Castro. Fires across for the first out. So Bartlett twice to his counterpart for the Cubs. 6-3. MAYBIN fouled to Darwin Barney down near the Cubs bullpen his first time. Baseball America out with a report on the top players in the Midwest League this past year, and the Padres were seen favorably. 3 of the top 13 players.
Nice.
From Fort Wayne, the San Diego farm team, including number 5 Reimer Liriano. He was the league's MVP. He's got some power, and he stole something like 60 bases. Wow. And then number 10 was Kevius Sampson, a right-handed pitcher that I know Darren Balsley is very high on. And Corey Spangenberg, the top draft pick who started up at Eugene and went to Fort Wayne, continued to play well. He was ranked number 13. 5-3 to put out on MAYBIN, 2 gone.
Padres have some young players coming. And that's what I mean. You can see things are headed in the right direction. You got some young guys in the minor leagues who can play, who are playing together with guys on teams that are winning championships, and they're starting to build that environment of winning. And at some point, sooner or later, some of these guys are going to get to the big leagues, and they're going to have an impact. So
Headley singled leading off the second and scored 1 of the 2 runs. It does perpetuate more winning. Yeah. I mean, you start to rub into victory and championships, and it feels pretty nice to everybody.
A lot more fun playing.
And losing perpetuates losing. You get into the doldrums, the losing. You expect not to win.
Yeah,
it's you win some championships. So coming up through the minor leagues to get to the big time, you're going to expect to win, and that attitude is being fostered. San Antonio with 100 wins this year, winning the Texas League.
100 wins in the minor leagues. I mean, the big leagues 162 games. Minor leagues 144. 100 wins.
That's a great year.
100 wins.
That's a lot of fun.
That's a whole lot of fun.
Well, Anthony Bass tonight, he saw some duty at San Antonio. Some of the other kids, Cody was up and down with the missions.
Yeah, some of those guys have made their way to the big leagues already.
Foul back by Headley. Andy Perino was showing he can really use the glove. Great feet around the bag at second base. Switch hitter.
James Darnell, another guy that got some time at the big league level. Couple of spots, AA and AAA.
Kind of a shame that Logan Forsythe had his knee.
Yeah.
Operated on.
He was starting to feel it, wasn't he?
Really starting to play with a lot of confidence. And those are the things you look for. If you're an organization, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for guys that's nodding off.
Struck him out. Tailing fastball at 95 gets Headley, and that's the 3rd strikeout for Garza. Padres go in order in the 3rd. We've completed 3. 2-0 San Diego. False tonight as we go to our trivia question brought to you by AT&T Wireless. True or false, in clinching the National League pennant in 1935, the Cubs won 21 consecutive September games to clinch. True or false? We'll give you the answer at the bottom. Do you want to venture? 21 in a row in September to clinch the pennant.
T or F, can I elect to answer M for maybe?
See, no wonder you excelled in the classroom. Damn, you're the kind of guy say, true or false, black is white.
You know what?
Fly ball deep to center field. That's way back there. MAYBIN can't get there. That's a home run, black and white. RAMIREZ driving it deep to number 26. And it's a 2-1 ball game. One of the 3 men in that Cubs 25 home run club.
A lot of effort in this one. It looked like a changeup. He left it out over the plate. Over to straightaway center field, over the 396 sign.
Well, Cameron didn't even have time to get back there and even get set to where he can maybe try to bring that ball back. That ball just took off.
Leadoff homer RAMIREZ. Big swing by Pena, and he fouls it deep down the left field line. That's up into the second deck, only about 15 feet foul. Shift is on for Pena. 3 men on the right side. Fastball, 0-2. Bartlett shifting over 10 feet on the right side of second, with Headley playing midway between second and third, the lone figure on the left side.
I'd like to see Anthony put him away either here or the next pitch. Keep the pitch count. There's okay, 1. Still 0-2 though. Rather than to work the count full.
Try to nibble. They get Pena inside so much. Sometimes I don't think he sees that ball away. Saw it in his first bat. That bat pass pounded him inside fastball and breaking ball and got him striking out looking on a fastball away.
Yeah, you and I were talking about that in the break. And I think he was, and you brought it up, with those swings inside, you thought he was maybe looking inside early, cheating a little bit.
He gets pounded in there so often.
That's low, and it's 1-2.
But eventually you start looking in there, and you don't. Pitchers can get you out of the way.
You hear that huge sigh of relief from the East Coast? Millions of Beantowners have just had 8-7 they won. There's the shift paying off, as instead of a single to center, that sharp ground ball going right to Bartlett, who throws out Pena. The Red Sox hang on. 8-7 they win at Baltimore, knowing that Tampa had already beaten the Yankees 5-3. There are the 2 finals, and so tomorrow they're tied for the wild card race, as it may go overtime. It's the same is true in the National League, as Atlanta lost tonight to Philadelphia 7-1, and St. Louis is winning in the 8th inning. Ground ball swept to the right side. 2 away as LaPierre is out 4-3. And here is the wild card situation. Dead even with 1 game to play, Boston and Tampa Bay. And the Cardinals, if they win, and they have a 3-run lead in the 8th inning, it'll be spot on tied for the National League wild card.
Wow.
Now that's what makes it all fun. Sure.
Imagine this setup maybe a year or 2 from now, where 2 wild card teams are fighting it out. Majors just got eliminated last night, but the wild card has created a lot of intrigue around baseball. No question about it.
Soriano works the count to 2-0. He singled to left field his first at bat.
You know, what was the year, guys? I think it was 0-2. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. Remember the Yankees? They just limped into the playoffs. They were terrible in September. They ended up winning the whole thing. But they were terrible going into the playoffs. and they just struck it hard, and they ended up winning it all.
Yeah, Soriano checked his swing, says first base umpire Mark Rippinger. 3-0.
The key is just getting in there, right?
Got to get in. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, look at the Giants last year.
That's
they
right.
barely got by the Padres and go all the way. Bass has walked his second man. And with 2 outs, that brings up Marlon Byrd, who lined out to left field his first at bat. The Cubs in their 136th Major League season. And our trivia question, 76 years ago, when they did win the National League pennant. Won it in 35, and then he won again in 45, losing both those years in the World Series to the Tigers. Boy, there's some good names in those teams. Phil Cavaretta, Stan Hack.
Oh, Stan Hack. That's going way back. Nice.
Claude Passo.
And what year was that, Dick?
35 and 45.
For the Cubs.
Right.
Are we talking Andy Pafko era?
No, he was he came up shortly thereafter.
Okay.
He was the Pacific Coast League Rookie of the Year in 45. And then moved up to the Cubs. Might have gone up late in 45. Swing and a miss by Byrd.
Hey guys, I want to correct myself. It was the 2000 Yankees. They lost 15 of the last 18. They eventually made it to the playoffs, and they ended up winning the whole thing. So the key is, hey, you know, even if you limp in there, things turn around. It's, you know, gut wrench time, and it's they ended up winning it.
You're saying that limp can become a giddy up in a hurry.
Exactly.
The pressure's off if you get in. In some cases, Cardinals did that. It goes 6.
Two strikes to Byrd, and he lays off the breaking ball outside.
Barely got in and ended up winning the whole thing. And so it can happen. You know, sometimes coming down the stretch like these games tomorrow, like in the American League where you got 2 teams tied, the pressure, that release is so huge that guys actually relax and just go out and play after that.
Line drive left field, Venable right there. Oh. Byrd twice has hit it right on the button, lining out to left fielder Will Venable. Cubs get a run. ARAMIS Ramirez, number 26, home run. It's 2-1. Can it be true that the Cubs won 21 straight games in September, the 27th being on this date? The answer is you bet. They swept a doubleheader against the Cardinals to clinch the pennant, their 21st consecutive win in September. How's that for closing?
Uh-oh, he's here.
Yeah, it took a long time. Now 2 games left in the season. Our favorite mascot is back, the San Diego Chicken. Get them going. Bottom of the 4th inning, a 2-1 San Diego lead. Hudson, Hermida, and Blanks to bat. The Cubs would go on in that 35 World Series. They lost 4 games to 2 to Detroit. What's interesting is that a lot of those players, then World War II arrived, and then they went off to defend our country, then came back in 45, and they won the pennant again in 45, as did Detroit. Ground ball pulled by the first baseman, Pena. It rolls into foul territory, not far enough for Hudson to advance to second base. As Barney came over, no, the pitcher came over to help back up, and Hudson ran into him.
It's kind of weird. I mean, the ball gets by Pena, and Garza's coming over to cover, and a little bit of a collision at first base. You see Hudson not wanting to knock over Garza on that.
He's saying, wait a minute, is my turn to lead, or do you want this stance? Do you, who leads? Oh, okay, you're all right. Hermida. He bounced out to the pitcher, a slow roller that Garza had to block on the mound, but it served to move the runners, Headley and Hudson, into scoring position. They came home on Kyle Blank's double to left center for the 2 Padre runs. So Hudson's 2 for 2 tonight. The 4th San Diego hit.
If you're sitting at home wondering who has the right of way on that, the base runner does. Once the ball gets by the defender, base runner has that opportunity to, he could have ran through Garza.
Yep.
And instead, he didn't want to hurt him, but he definitely had the right of way to go ahead and
give me a little forearm shiver.
Hermida takes a strike.
At least something as he rounded first.
Two-strike count on Hermida. Outside with the fastball, 1-2. Chicken getting the rhythmic applause going as he strides up and down the Padre dugout. Slice foul down the left field side and out of play. And the latest poll, where the San Diego Chicken was the #1 mascot in the nation for so many years, but you know, there are a few years on those feathers now, and so he's just not quite as active as he used to be. And the Philly Fanatic, who's working every night, has moved into the #1 spot. But it's only a matter of the chicken coming out of the roost now and then.
Yeah, he's been in that coop for a while. He only gets out so often. So tonight he is truly free-range chicken.
I don't think he's free range about much anymore.
Hey, I remember the late 70s, early 80s when he was at the top. He was touring big league ballparks, minor league ballparks. He was a hot ticket.
1-2 inside, taken by Hermida. Leadoff man on here for the Padres in the 4th. They lead it 2-1. He just is so clever.
He gives signs, and he gives the whammy to Garza.
Right ball, just a little high, didn't snap down into the zone. Full count now to Hermida. The 2-strike count again, just as Hermida went from 0-2 to 3-2 the last time up before rolling out to the mound. Hudson, a good lead at first base. He goes, swung on and missed, and into second goes Hudson with a steal as Soto had trouble re-gripping the ball. Hudson's 19th stolen base. Third strikeout, fourth strikeout now for Garza.
Looked like a breaking ball down and in. And no throw. Here's the pitch. And I don't know whether Soto just
acted like that was ball 4.
Yeah. I don't think he could get a grip on it. And to be honest, I think he was hoping for a little bit of contact maybe from Hermida.
So Blanks, who has driven in the 2 Padre runs with that double to left center field the last time, has a chance to pick up another run here with Hudson at second and 1 out. Two and 0. Luis Martinez on deck. Perfect pitch.
Challenged him on the outside edge right there. Good fastball, downfield, outside corner.
And he does that to both sides of the plate. Here the Blanks down and away, and we've seen it tonight. The 2-seamers down and in.
Checks a swing but goes, and it's 2-2.
Oh yeah. He went. Sorry, Kyle.
Ground ball swept to short. Castro gloves, throws across to Pena, 2 away, and the runner has to hold at second. Hudson. So Martinez, he walked the first time. After the Padres got the 2 runs on Blank's double in the second, they had Blanks at third and Martinez at second after Bass sacrificed, but Venable struck out. Another man in scoring position here in the 4th, and that's a strike. Curveball. Misses low and away. It's a remarkable number, and we've been singing the song all season long. And the Padres score first. They're 47-21. Get that early lead. A little late on that swing, a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. 75 pitches now for Garza.
And you know, Dick, you mentioned that record, right? 47-21, and we documented how well the pitching staff has been pitching all year. Hey, you give the guys 2 or 3 runs early, that pitching staff comes through, and that's why you see that win and loss record.
I just don't think you can emphasize that enough going ahead to next year. Broken bat, line drive to Castro, and the barrel goes right down to Glenn Hoffman, the third base coach. No damage done by the bat, nor the ball that was struck right to Castro. It's 2-1.
Game recap brought to you by Murray Lamper Construction. Find the truth in home remodeling with Murray Lamper Construction and see why that they're the company you trust. Get online for more info and visit murraylamper.com. Dick?
You know, Mark, we've got our own Tinker to Evers to Chance down there in that tape truck. Those fellows just consistently producing that mid-game report with a wonderful video all time to the music. And hats off to Bill Pettigrew, Craig Chatfield, and Robbie Amodiska. They just are outstanding talent.
Yes, they are.
Thank you for what you do.
And happy birthday, Bill Pettigrew.
Ground ball sharply into the hole. Bartlett with a jump throw, and he can't get it there in time. As struggling up the line, Soto, but able to leg it out.
I thought he had a chance because when that ball left Bartlett's hand, I looked at Soto going down the first baseline, and if it would have been on line, I think he may have had him.
Yeah, that Soto's carrying the Steinway on his back.
Yeah,
and staggering up the line, but he's got an infield hit. Now, speaking of birthdays, John Maffey of the North Coast Times, North County Times, celebrating a birthday, as he should, right here at the ballpark. Sacrifice Garza, waste no time getting the job done, moving Soto into scoring position, the tying run. One four on the putout. Castro and Barney with a chance to tie it. 2 runs, 4 hits aside, and 3 runners left on base for each team as we have arrived here with 1 out in the 5th inning. Young Castro wasted no time. First pitch of the game, lined a single to left field to extend his streak to 39 straight games, reaching base safely. Going into today's play in the majors, 211 hits. Adrian Gonzalez leading all the majors. Here's Castro at age 21 with 205. Unbelievable. This how far will this young kid go with this talent?
21 years old.
Line drive left field, and Venable is there. Another well struck ball to Will Venable. 3 liners that he's caught tonight. Our leaderboard is brought to you by Los Primos, home of the Monster Burrito. Get your $5 meal deal at Los Primos. Well, the lowest ERA by a rookie. Clay Meredith as a rookie in 2006, all out of the bullpen, 1.07. But Anthony Bass, relief and starter, 1.66. Testimony to a solid rookie season for the right-hander from Michigan. Barney walked and flied to right, rips that one by Hudson. Charging is Hermida. He's got a good arm, and they're going to hold the runner at third, and that was going to be right on target. Wisely held at third was Soto, who does not run all that well, and that ball by Barney got out to right fielder Hermida in a hurry.
This job all the way around. Hermida was on that ball in a hurry and got it back in. By a diving Orlando Hudson. Now Hermida was on it.
You see when this ball's cut off, it was on target. First and third with 2 out. Ramirez homered his last time. Way upstairs. Josh Spence, Brad Brock. A couple more young hurlers out of the farm system. Tying run, Soto at third, Barney at first, 2 out. Change up, and he's out in front.
Good pitch. Especially after he got hurt with it the last time.
Little slider, actually, at 84.
You know, I like what I see this at. He challenged him with the first pitch fastball, right? Here it is, hit it. And now ahead, quickly 0-2.
Outside target. Chopped out to Bass. And he's out of trouble here in the 5th inning. No runs, a couple of hits for the Cubs. 2 men left at the corners. We're at the halfway mark, and this one 4.5 in the books. 2-1 San Diego.
Inning, as always, presented by Harrah's Rincon Casino. If a grand slam is hit this inning, that jackpot, guys, is continuing to grow. Tonight it's $69,000. You have to enter at 4SD.com. So enter, get on there. Good luck. And hopefully we're going to be giving away some cash today or tomorrow.
That'd be a nice way to finish it up. You know, get the big prize. Well, Anthony Bass's night is through. He works 5 innings, a run earned, the home run, 5 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. So he leaves the pitcher of record as Aaron Cunningham bats for Bass here in the last of the 5th inning with Venable and then Bartlett for the Padres. Bass threw 63 pitches tonight. Garza starts the inning with his 77th delivery. Ball 2. Still got the good heater, 95 on that fastball. He's walked 2. Garza. And struck out 2. That's at the knees, 2-1.
Well, last time that Anthony Bass pitched, remember, it was at Colorado. He threw 52 pitches. So, you know, they extended him a little bit more. It's a good way to end the year. Hopefully the bullpen can hold on here and have Anthony Bass walk away with a victory.
Be nice. 3-0 to finish the season as a rookie.
Great numbers for Anthony.
Outside. And it goes 3-1 to Cunningham. Padres as a team trying to finish with their heads high. They're 7-3 in these last 10 games. Foul back.
For a guy like Bass, tonight's start, since he's going to continue pitching going into Arizona, it'll be a nice confidence builder for him.
Late swing.
I thought that was a perfect opportunity for Cunningham to spin on that breaking ball, but maybe it was just in just a little bit too much. Looked like a hanger.
I don't think he recognized it until it was almost right on him.
And another foul, able to fight that one off at 95. Count remains full.
Garza does a nice job of hiding the baseball in that delivery comes out of the same slot. So 2-seam, 4-seam fastball, overhand curveball, little slider, good changeup.
Outside, good at bat for Cunningham, the pinch hitter. Leadoff walk. Second walk from Garza. See if it pays off, putting that leadoff man on. Venable has struck out both at bats. Big hole to shoot at on the right side with the Cubs in double play position up the middle. Barney swung over near second, and Pena holding on the runner. There goes the runner, and the ground ball up the middle. Barney's quick throw in time. And once again, the Padres have a runner in scoring position. 4-3 on the putout, 2 outs, or 1 out, and Cunningham at second base.
Padres playing hit and run there, and Barney staying home on the pull side, not going to cover second base. Rizzo pulls it on the right side. We get the out at first, but now Cunningham's in scoring position.
Bartlett up twice. And grounded out both occasions to the shortstop Castro. Slider. One away here in the fifth. Cunningham, the pinch hitter, scoring position. Padres lead 2-1. Ooh, almost sounded like that might have, might have clipped his glove or something.
Thought I heard a little elbow.
Yeah. Bartlett didn't argue that he was struck. Something, a double sound.
Is that a changeup at 87? Oh my goodness. That's a power change.
Yeah, he tried to throw the same pitch to Cunningham on the 3-2 pitch and kind of held on to it a little bit too long. But good arm action on that last one.
Struck him out. High fastball. Number 5.
87 mile an hour changeup, 95 mile an hour heater, up and away.
And Bartlett was late on it.
So with 2 out, it's up to MAYBIN to try to pick up this insurance run. He's fouled to second and grounded to third. Starts him with a slider.
The Garza really battles when there's runners in scoring position and 2 outs like this situation. Over the course of the year, opponents only hitting .211. That's making some big pitches, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, change up again. Located on the outside half.
Normally when a guy has this kind of stuff, this kind of command, obviously the money was a factor with him being traded from Tampa to Chicago, but this is a guy who could really pitch.
To the no-hitter a year ago in July against the Tigers and only faced 27 men. And he was at age 24 in the American League Championship Series in 2008. He won 2 games against the Red Sox. He was the MVP. And he suddenly finds himself at age 27 available.
I know. That's Jim Henry, the ex-Chicago Cub GM, thought the same thing. And so I got a chance to get a top-of-the-line rotation guy go along with Dempster. You got 2 pretty good guys at the top of your rotation.
Struck him out. Big curveball at 78 miles an hour. So he strikes out Bartlett and MAYBIN with a runner in scoring position, and we've completed 5, and the Padres clinging into a 2-1 lead. Our Skycam shot looking down into Petco, brought to you by Mossy Ford and Mossy Toyota. You can visit us in Pacific Beach or online at mossy.com. Joe Thatcher comes in and may just be in for the one hitter, left-handed hitting Carlos Pena, who leads off the Cubs' 6th inning. Bullpen is busy behind him with basically an all right-handed lineup going for the Cubs tonight. Exception being Pena, who has struck out and grounded to short. '18th game of the year for Thatcher. Began his rehab in late July after undergoing surgery on the left shoulder this spring. Just now getting himself back into form.
Yeah, I think pitching a little bit towards the end of this year and then the off-season training and getting in shape. I think he's going to be obviously ready to go and in better shape after that surgery for 2012.
That'll be part of the unveiling, if you will, of the pitching staff for next year. Thatcher's health, Clayton Richard coming back from surgery, Dustin Mosley. Some big decisions made next spring.
So I'm sure LaHair on deck, he's paying close attention to Joe Thatcher, because Pena being left-handed, a lot of breaking balls away. There's LaHair, the left-hander, waiting on deck, so he's got a keen eye watching what Joe Thatcher is trying. Look, he's cheating even a little bit. He's cheating off that on-deck circle, trying to get a good view closer to. He's pulling a Keith Hernandez, Tony.
Big sweeping slider.
Did you used to try to do that?
No.
Nah, you were too good. You could hit anybody. You got blindfolded.
No,
5.5 hole.
Not that good, but you know, it's one of those things that you know, you got a young hitter on deck in LaHair who's never seen Thatcher probably, and you know, as long as nobody's going to say anything, he's going to take a look.
Ripped right to blanks. Well, that had a heavy sink on it off the bat of Pena. Oh, some hard outs off the bats of the Cubs tonight. So Brian LaHair has grounded to blanks and grounded to the second baseman Hudson.
Look at the hook on this. It kind of handcuffs Kyle Blanks a little bit at the end.
It's the 4th line drive out. 3 of them have gone to the left fielder Venable. Bird twice, Castro once, and now Pena's line out to first. Misses outside, 1-1. Figures that this will be the last man that Thatcher faces. Soriano, Bird, Soto to follow, all righties. Two on one. Took a little off that delivery. Actually, the speed was the same. He just didn't have that slider break. His fastball slider almost the same.
Yeah, his fastball cuts.
Gets him with a slider. LaHair strikes out. And here comes Bud Black to the mound.
See the break on that slider.
Look at that angle. Coming out of the right hip pocket there. Keep down.
Well, Thatcher takes care of the two lefties, Pena and LaHair. In comes the right-hander. Ernesto Frieri was warming up out there. We'll see Frieri in action. This pitching change brought to you by the Law Tigers, San Diego's motorcycle injury lawyers who ride. your home base for great auto loan rates and all-star service. Find out more at missionfed.com. Up and down year for Frieri, and he's come back here this last 3 weeks and pitched the way he did. High popping stuff that he showed last year. ERA now at 2.80. Report coming in that Prince Fielder of the Brewers has hit 3 home runs tonight, which moves him into a tie with Matt Kemp for the home run lead in the National League, 38.
Wow.
How many RBIs, Mud?
He had 5 RBIs tonight.
So that gives him 120 RBIs, 3 behind Kemp for that title. Soriano, a single and a walk. 2-0 the count.
And the batting title race, Reyes went 3 for 6 tonight. He is now currently at 336.
That moves ahead of Ryan Braun. Huh?
Yeah, I think Braun's at 335, right?
He went 1 for 2 tonight. So
threw that fastball right through the swing of Soriano.
I'll tell you what, he almost hit the C right in the middle of his chest on that, and Soriano was swinging at it.
He is a free swinger, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Another fastball, 2-2. Struck him out. 3 fastballs. Went after a ball there. So Frieri and Thatcher take care of business in the 6th inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. Coming up, Headley, Hudson, Hermida for San Diego. Casino postgame show from our Channel 4 studios. Saquon Casino getaway for the day at Saquon Casino. Padres in the last of the 6th inning, middle 3 in the order. Chase Headley, Orlando Hudson, and Jeremy Hermida. Might be the last inning for Garza. Cubs have the bullpen busy, and the pitcher spot is due to hit 3rd in the top of the 7th inning. Garza allowing 2 runs on only 4 hits, but the Padres were able to bunch 3 hits in the 2nd inning. Leadoff singles by Headley and Hudson, a ground out, and a 2-run double from Kyle Blanks.
You know, another thing is that Garza's working off 2 complete games. 124 pitch effort 2 starts ago, 123 last start.
He's thrown 93 pitches tonight through 6 innings. 5 innings as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Headley 1 for 2. Tomorrow night, the finale. Wade LeBlanc for the Padres, 4 and 6. Ryan Dempster 10 and 13 for Chicago. 5 o'clock for our Honda Dealers pregame show. Inside, curveball.
So tomorrow it's the crazy Canadian against the Cajun. Wade LeBlanc, right?
I like the alliteration.
Yeah.
Very nice. We've always said that about him, haven't we, Tony? A man of sincere alliteration.
I guess we could call Wade the crazy Cajun and the crazy Canadian. Ryan Dempster, he's a good egg.
Is he crazy though?
He likes to have fun.
Okay, that's a good kind. 3-1 and a foul back.
I saw a couple of winters ago about Dempster taking up boxing to get in shape.
Oh yeah.
For when he goes out there on the hill. And
it's a great way to get in shape.
Very entertaining. And a lot of guys have gone to his style of going to the glove and turning it. And so I'm looking forward to seeing tomorrow night's game, watching him work.
Full count. Headley, ground ball left side. Castro across to Pena for the out. I gained a real new appreciation. Well, another Grant fan, or is that the same one that keeps wandering in here game after game? Nevertheless, it's nice to know that you've got your following very much in place.
I was the old Bryant.
Yeah. I was, for 3 years, did boxing from the Olympic in Los Angeles, and just to get an appreciation, and I'd never boxed as a kid. Went to the gym, and I asked the trainers to help teach me combinations and kind of, get a feeling for what it's like. That just don't hit me, Right. No, it wasn't bare knuckles. We actually had gloves. And one of the first lessons learned is Hudson's 2 for 2 was just, he made me for 3 minutes, just dance, nobody else in the ring but me, with my dukes up for 3 minutes. That's exhausting in itself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just holding your hands up and dancing around for 3 minutes, much less trying to duck and dodge and bob and weave somebody throwing punches at you. Ground ball, and Castro has another chance. 2 away. Well, let's go to our comparison. It's brought to you by the San Diego Toyota dealers. We've got what it takes. Toyota. Starters and their ERA this year. The Padres 3.63, among the leaders in the major leagues. National League average at 3.93, and the Cubs 4.75. Of course, home ballparks have to factor in. Yeah. Take nothing away from the Padres starters and relievers. The relievers lead the majors at 2.99. Latos, a turnabout season. Last year, red hot into September, then a disappointing 0-5 finish. This year, 0-5 start, and then he finishes red hot at the tape. Great effort last night.
I'd rather do it the way he did it. If I'm going to struggle, I'd rather struggle early and finish the year strong like he did this year.
Tim Stauffer there, the starting pitcher, opened the season in St. Louis. This would have been his night to pitch and a chance to get his 10th win, but didn't want to take a chance on that sore forearm. And the Padres candidate for National League Comeback Player of the Year, Aaron Harang, 14-7 for the veteran from San Diego State. Line foul. We're talking to Aaron and said our apologies that we weren't pushing that Comeback of the Year honor more. He said, it's going to be tough to beat that guy in St. Louis, Lance Berkman.
Yeah.
He's had a tremendous year, Berkman. Dustin Mosley, some terrific pitching, just never got any runs. Inside, and the count goes full to Hermida. Wade LeBlanc, we'll see him tomorrow night. Up and down from Tucson. It's a spot starter with the injuries to Clayton Richard and Mosley. You see how Clayton there next to him. The bell ringer out there, the Heath man in the bullpen. Over 40 saves again, 3 straight years.
So what we showed you is that Padres are going to have good pitching coming back next year.
Struck him out. Gets Hermida on a slider. His 7th strikeout. Retiring the Padres in order in the 6th. On to the 7th. 2-1 to the Padres. His premier dental implant center. By MTS. MTS moves me. And by Cadillac. Visit your San Diego County Cadillac dealer for an attractive lease or purchase offer. With Hall of Famer Tony Gwynn, Mark Grant, Dick Enberg, thank you for being with us tonight. As Ernesto Frieri and the Padres battling the Cubs 2-1. San Diego leads as we go to the top of the 7th. Marlon Byrd leads it off for the Northsiders of Chicago. Byrd a line out to left and a line out to left. And he's just ripped 2 shots right to Venable, the left fielder. Cubs run on the home run. ARAMIS Ramirez leading off the 4th. The Padres 2 runs. Came in the 2nd on a 2-run double by Kyle Blanks. Curves around the plate. Byrd, then Soto, and likely a pinch hitter for Garza. Just did clip that foul. He was on it.
He has not gotten cheated. He's not been cheated all night. I mean, he's been right on pitches. 2 line drives to left, like you said, Dick. He's just swinging the bat really good right now and just has nothing to show for it.
Takes over but low, 95.
You know, you see that extension on the helmet of Marlon Byrd. He was hit below the left eye. And he missed 6 weeks, multiple fractures. So he had to that little extension under the ear flap there to protect the left side of the face.
Ground ball deep in the hole. Bartlett, the long throw, gets him. Well done by Jason Bartlett. Field brace, get that out of the glove and fire across.
This is a play every big league shortstop's got to be able to make. He plants that right foot and puts enough on it to get a speedy Bird getting down the line. But quick transfer from the glove to the hand, and then the strength of the arm strength to get it all the way to first base. Nice play.
That's when you can kind of flex your shoulders a little bit. You make the big league shortstop play. There's a slider that just misses to Soto. Infield hit to deep short his last time up. over but low, 2-0. Soto's got some power, 17 homers this year. Fouled off the catcher Martinez.
That hurts.
When the ball doesn't bounce very far, it just drops right at you. That means it got a lot of meat.
Looks like it may have got left collarbone area. Oh.
That was not a glancing blow. He took the full force of that swing and foul tip. Three balls and a strike to Soto. Here's that last foul ball. Right shoulder, a little piece of the left cheek. High heat.
Hear that glove pop all the way up here.
Might have been ball 4. It was.
Definitely ball 4, but Soto sitting all on the fastball, 3-1.
Another fastball?
I think so.
Coming at him.
Ooh, that hit him or just got away?
I think that just got away.
Because Ferreri's had more than his share of hit batsmen this year. It was among the leaders earlier in the season with 9. So 1 out, walk. And coming up, the San Diego Hyundai dealers 7th inning stretch. You get more MPG, you get more value, and you double the warranty. Shop online at San Diego Hyundai Dealers.com. Tyler Colvin is the pinch runner for Soto. Garza stay in the game because he's going to try to move his runner along. Foul tip. Garza almost knocked into the lap of the catcher Martinez.
I think Garza was surprised that that ball hit his bat. I don't think.
Quite a recoil.
He was really trying to bunt it at. I think he thought he was trying to get out of the way, but it did foul tip it.
Headley charging hard from third base. 2-1. Garza trying to move that tying run into scoring position for Starlin Castro. That'll get the job done if it's fair, but it kicks foul off home plate. So 2 strikes on Garza.
I've always thought that the sharp breaking ball is the toughest one to bunt because it's got that downward tilt. I mean, you try to square that up. You know, high fastball guys could have a chance to get up on top of it, right, and get it down. But you get that sharp breaking ball, that sharp curveball or slider, you get that tilt. I mean, that's tough to keep fair, let alone make contact.
Breaking ball taken. 1-2.
Especially when you got a guy up there at the plate in Garza who really hadn't handled the bat that often in this situation.
Have you seen his body movement on the breaking balls? I mean, he's jelly-legged all over the place.
Sacrificed successfully his last time up. 1-2. And strike 3. He bunts that pitch foul. Second strikeout for Frieri. And Garza understandably mad at himself as he marches back to the dugout, unable to get his teammate in scoring position.
Yeah, stabbing at it.
As a starting pitcher, you got to be able to help yourself. If you're in it, just 1 out, but trying to get that runner in scoring position. Really with your best hitter coming up on deck.
Castro, a line single to start the game, fly to right and lined out to left field. First game up as a youngster, Dominican Republic. They gave him number 13. Said, aren't you superstitious? He said, we'll see.
13's a number you usually have to ask for. They don't just.
Wasn't Davey Concepcion 13?
He was.
And that's a good question. Who are the famous 13s? That was used to be a real no-no.
Yeah.
Still hotels where there's no 13th floor.
Right.
Another sharp single off the bat of Castro. MAYBIN over to field it, and they're going to third, and they take a liberty on MAYBIN. Colvin kind of acted as though he's going to round second and hold, and then turned on the afterburners and makes it over to third on Castro's second base hit of the night.
Castro's right on this ball, goes up the middle.
Yeah, it looked like Cameron played it back a little bit.
Yeah.
And Colvin's all over it.
So the tying run 90 feet away for the Cubs. 2 outs here in the 7th. Castro runs his hit total, the National League high, to 206.
Now not getting the bunt down.
Oh, yeah.
Luke Gregerson making his way out of the bullpen for the Padres. He'll inherit first and third here in the 7th inning, and Darwin BARNEY, the scheduled hitter. The score, the Padres 2, the Cubs 1. Brought to you by Mission Federal Credit Union, your home base for great auto loan rates and all-star service. Find out more at missionfed.com. Gregerson appearing in his 61st game. Runners at first and third, and the Padres protecting a 2-1 lead. Tying run, pinch runner Colvin at third base, and Castro with another base hit at first.
And we know Luke Gregerson has had his ups and downs this year, right? He's only hitting 227 off of Luke. And when he's on top of that two-seamer and that slider of his, he's got good tilt. He needs a ground ball here, a force at second base. They can go the short way for the out.
BARNEY walked, then fly to right and single to right. He's had a good rookie season, 276 hitter. Former Oregon State star. Slider misses. Ramirez, who has accounted for the only Cubs run with a home run, on deck.
Oh, thank goodness Angel Hernandez isn't here. That might have been a run for the Cubs.
Two and 0.
If you Luke Gregerson here, you want to go right after BARNEY. You don't want to take a chance on putting him on base and letting Ramirez come up there. So Try to make a quality pitch here.
He's missed with 2 sliders. Finds it with the fastball at 90.
Good movement on that 90-mile-an-hour fastball, down and away.
Two gone here in the top of the 7th. The Cubs have runners at the corners. Padres with a 2-1 lead. And the 2-1 pitch is in there. High slider.
Not the bite that we're used to seeing on this slider from Luke Gregerson. That was almost, I'd classify that one as a hanger.
Yeah, I mean, it almost backed up a little bit. I mean, it was up in the zone.
And I think he may have gotten away with one here, but, you know, Barney disciplined as far as the strike zone is concerned. He thought that was a ball.
And you see that ball spinning, and it's got slider spin, especially if you're a right-hand hitter, and it kind of backed up. It kind of didn't go across the plate. It just kind of stayed there.
Oh, he almost had Castro leaving first base too soon on that occasion. He was going. Oh, get back here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner goes. Fly ball to right field, and Hermita's there. Line out to right, and the Padres see 2 men die on base for the Cubs here in the 7th, and it remains 2-1. Saves on Tires. The battle for the National League wild card. The Phillies beat the Braves 7-1 in the last 25 games. Atlanta's 8-17, and now they're tied with the Cardinals, who clobbered the Astros 13-6 tonight. Tied with 1 game to go in the wild card battle for the playoffs. Just as in the American League, the Red Sox and Tampa Bay are tied with 1 game to go. Interesting day of baseball tomorrow. Coy Hill is the new Cubs catcher. As SOTO pinch run for him. Kyle Blanks, he's the hitting hero for San Diego tonight with that 2-run double back in the 2nd inning. Grounded to short his last time. Garza continues on. 108 pitches. Slider for a strike. Quite a crowd here on a Tuesday night. 39,058 announced. 0-2. That boosts the Padres' season total to 2,110,000. It's going to finish right about where they did last year, despite the fact that Season has been disappointing in the wins and losses, but the fans ever faithful. Certainly been supportive plus. Another chance for Castro. He's been busy tonight. That's his 6th assist.
Garza doesn't seem to be tiring, and he's still got good stuff, even though the pitch counts up to 111.
Martinez walked and lined out to short. Chris Denorfia is in the on-deck circle and apparently will hit for Gregerson.
Hey, there's a number 13, Dick. Chris Denorfia.
There you go. Another chance for Castro. This one's a little tougher, and he just does get Martinez. 7 assists for the young shortstop. And Denorfia comes up with 2 outs and the bases empty here in the 7th. Doing your mathematical homework, huh,
yeah.
Mark Grant? Other 13s, Ozzie Guillen, Luis Aparicio, Alex Rodriguez, Omar Vizcael, and Billy Wagner.
Eddie Barnes in the truck looked those up for me, and of course Mike Tompkins threw in a couple. The video guy for the Padres working hard down in the clubhouse.
Little Louis Aparicio, 13, with Nellie Fox. What a double play combination for Chicago Southsiders, the White Sox. Number 13 for the Padres, Denorfia. The way he's battled to get to the big leagues and stay there, that 13's hardly unlucky. Been a good number for him. That's a wicked fastball low and in at 95. .275 average for Chris. 5 home runs. 1 and 2. Garza's retired 8 in a row since the leadoff walk to Cunningham, pinch hitting in the 5th inning. Another chance for Castro, and he can't make this one. He's going to go to the underhand flip across. They couldn't quite make the exchange, and they're going to give Denorfia a base hit.
He knew he had to hurry. He came in and tried to get this ball knowing that he had to get rid of it in a hurry, and on the transfer, it doesn't come. Oh, actually, he gets it, but he doesn't have a real good grip on it. And Denorfia gets the infield hit.
Well, he positioned himself really well on that, getting him in a position to almost fielding that ball to where he didn't have to have that much of an arm swing to get it going on his right side.
Yeah. It's funny you say that, because the play before, he knew he had time. He had to set up and put a little extra on the throw to first base to get Martinez. That time he knew he had to hurry and couldn't get the transfer.
Venable takes a strike. Garza's punched him out twice, and a ground ball to second for Will tonight. 0 for 3. Denorfia's infield hit only the 5th off Garza. The Cubs have 6 tonight off Bass and 3 relievers. That one smoked hard, but way foul. Denorfia sees an opening, would try to get to second base, but the count 2 strikes on Venable, and he fouls it back. Garza still with a 94-mile-an-hour fastball, his 120th pitch of the night. He's strong.
That's where he wanted that pitch. He wanted to go up the ladder on the Venable bullet. He was able to foul it off, but if he did get to it, it was going to be a tough pitch to handle.
Another foul. You see last night Casey Coleman, who was working on a shutout and tripled for the first hit off Matt Latos in the top of the 6th inning. And he said then he got up back out in the mound and he was dizzy. That he said the running out that triple, he wasn't right. He said it should have taken time, but he didn't. And he wound up giving up the 2 runs in that 6th inning and lost the game.
And Mark said that last night, too, when he got back out there. We were surprised at how quickly he went in, got his glove, came back out for those warm-up pitches.
I mean, that takes a lot out of you. People don't realize you run a triple. I mean, the adrenaline's pumping.
Struck him out again. That's the 3rd time Venable's gone down swinging. And the Padres are out in the 7th. They leave their 5th man of the night, and we're on to the 8th. 2-1 for the home side. Padres are excited to announce at the close of this year the opening of Wines at the Park, presented by Donovan's, located near section 106 on the main concourse between home and third. Wines at the Park, offering a selection of sparkling white and red wines for sale by the glass or by the bottle. Fans can purchase a bottle, take the carafe of wine and glasses to their seats to enjoy, and it's something to look forward to as we look ahead to the 2012 season. Chad Qualls, his 77th appearance for the big right-hander. That's among the league leaders, and he's been on a good run. The last 17 games, he's allowed only 10 hits and 1 run in nearly 17 full innings of pitching. He's become the 8th inning specialist for Bud Black with Mike Adams off to Texas. And we certainly wish Mike well, and with his team, the Rangers, in the playoffs. Qualls to face Ramirez, leading off the 8th. Ramirez a long home run to center for the one Cubs run. That was in the 4th off starter Anthony Bass.
Qualls going to have to go right through the middle of this Cub order, 3, 4, 5.
And you know what? I know you guys know this, but it's just worth mentioning because Heath Bell, I mean, let's face it, you know, he gets all the attention, right? Because he's the closer. He's got 43 saves, for crying out loud. But Heath would be the first to say it's guys like Luke Gregerson, it's guys like Chad Qualls, Frieri, taking it deep into the game and keeping it the score it is, enabling Heath Bell to get that save.
Yep.
And we're fortunate to have a guy like Chad in the 8th inning to keep it 2-1. So Heath, the Padres could possibly add on, or he goes out there with a 1 or 2 run lead.
Let me ask you this question, right? Because see, to me, the Padres were one of the first teams to realize that the 7th and 8th inning were almost as important as the 9th inning.
Absolutely.
You needed guys to get to that point. We've developed some really good guys.
Linebrink, Otska, help me out. I know I'm missing.
You got Mike Adams,
Mike
Qualls,
Adams.
you could go right down the line. Gregerson, guys that have come in and been, integral parts of the club from the 7th inning to the 8th inning to get you to Hoffman, to get you to Bell.
2-2 pitch is fouled back into the second deck. Ramirez, Pena, and LaHare in the 8th for the Cubs.
And how many people tell us when they come to town or we go visit somewhere, they say, boy, with the pitching staff of the Padres, the bullpen, it makes it a short game, doesn't it? 6 innings. And if the Padres have the lead, it's tough to beat them.
And the count goes full, 3-2.
So some of these guys that have pitched the 7th and the 8th inning have made names for themselves, and they've become a valuable commodity in the game.
Walked him. Lead-off walk. That often spells big-time trouble. Carlos Pena will be the hitter. Well, sometimes the excitement gets to a young man. He's gonna pay the price tomorrow because they got photo evidence.
I want to see him get the Sharpie out and start drawing stuff on his face.
Going to use a pinch runner for Ramirez.
That's got to be Campana.
Yeah, he's that young speed demon we saw last night, and he can really go. Tony Campana, he's stolen 23 bases, and he's just been up a half a season. There he goes. Pitch out. Martinez throw offline. Bartlett trying to deke Campana as if the ball had gotten out into center field, hoping he'd leave the bag. So even on a pitch out, Campana steals.
Yeah, I think Martinez could have had a howitzer, and he still wouldn't have gotten Campana.
24 steals for the young outfielder. So a walk and a stolen base, good as a leadoff double here. Tying run on, 8th inning. Pena struck out, grounded out, and lined to first. Shift is on. Interesting for Campana because he doesn't have to worry about a shortstop behind him. He can look over on the second base side to see Bartlett. Bartlett trying to hang close to the bag to keep him tight. 1-1 to Pena. Line to center field. Maybin there tagging Campana. Here he goes to third. Here comes the throw, and he is safe. One hopper would have gotten him, but it took 2 bounces.
This is one of those balls where you hope you can get some momentum going to where you're going to throw the ball, but the ball's hit so hard. And again, the ball's Pena is hitting, kind of handcuffed Maybin a little bit. He didn't catch that ball up by his throwing shoulder, kind of caught it mid-waist.
You don't have to be a Padre fan, a Cub fan, just a baseball fan. Just watching that develop was fun to watch. Maybin, who's got a great athlete, right, set himself up, and then Campana, who's got speed. That was just all around good baseball right there.
Infield draws in the first pitch strike to LaHare. The rookie is grounded out twice and struck out. Well, the tying run carried by Campana with 1 out at third, and the infield will try to make the play at the plate. 1-1. So a good move made by Mike Quaddy to insert Campana into the game. He's become a very important ingredient in this inning.
Factor right away. Stole second on the first pitch, tags up and goes to third on a ball that a lot of guys wouldn't have tried that.
Late swing. 1-2. Qualls ahead on the count. That's that sinker.
thing for Chad Pauls here is he's had 2 hitters come up to the plate here in situations where the guy's in scoring position that if you make a quality pitch, you can get a strikeout.
Soriano on deck. The 1-2 pitch off the outside edge. A little extra velocity on that one, 94. With Iowa, the AAA Farm Club of the Cubs, 38 home runs this year, more than any minor league player. Good cut at that one. Headley, Bartlett, Hudson, and Blanks, Padre infielders, all just a step off the grass. You got to feel that Campana's coming on any contact.
Yeah. Just watching the way he's coming down that line, it's looking like it's a contact play. A ball hit, he's coming.
Fouled off Martinez. O'Hare stays alive.
This situation, you say, make it go through. Are you going to freeze as the ball is hit, or you're going on as soon as that ball, as soon as you make contact, you're going.
And the count full now to LaHare.
Well, I've counted 2 sliders in a row there, right?
Yep.
Well, if it's going to be another slider, heads up right side of the infield, because into the left-handed hitter a chance to pull that ball. And if it is put in play, hopefully a 1-hopper right at one of those Padre infielders to get Campana, if in fact he's going home.
Out of play.
96 on the sinker.
Trouble began with the leadoff walk to Ramirez. Pinch runner Campana for Ramirez. Steals second, goes to third on a line drive out to center. And now a 3-2 count to the rookie LaHare. And he walks him. That's a good at bat for LaHare. He hung in there.
Yep. Tried to get him to chase that sinker. He just would not do it.
First and third to Soriano, who is a good man to double up.
15 times this year, Dick, he has grounded into a double play. And just to put that, to quantify that number, who leads the Cubbies? Starlin Castro with 20.
A tying run at third with a walk. Go ahead score with a walk at first, LaHare. Slider strike. Well, maybe it cut that. They had movement side to side that time. Oh, that ball is crushed to center field. Back goes MAYBIN, way back, and it's a home run for Soriano. And the Cubs grab the lead on 2 walks and a homer. It's 4-2. Number 26 for Soriano to match Ramirez, number 26 earlier in the game. But this is the big one with the 2 men on.
A bad pitch down in the zone. He just went down and got it. Got the barrel head of that big bat that he swings out in front.
Those base on balls make a manager great. Bird lined out twice to left and grounded to short. Oh, 0-2. And now the ground ball. That would have been nice. One batter earlier. Bird is out. But on the home run by Soriano, the Cubs have that 4-2 advantage and bring up the catcher, Coy Hill.
You know, when you look at the swing of Soriano, he generally likes the ball down with that path that his bat takes. And he's up on the plate, and he's a pull guy. I mean, let's face it, right? I mean, he teed that one up. That was, as tracks showed it, it was below the zone.
Bottom of the zone.
Yeah.
I was trying to get a ground ball double play.
Hill takes a strike, his first at bat. Giovanni Soto started tonight, had an infield hit and a walk, 1 for 2. Line drive by Bartlett into center field. So Hill comes off the bench and rifles a single up the middle. And with 2 outs, Garza is due. No one out of the Cubs dugout as yet. Bullpen busy for Chicago. Jeff Samardzija, right-hander, throwing. Looks like the young guy we saw last night, DJ LeMahieu. Bud Black jogging out to the mound. It is LeMahieu that will bat for Garza, who now stands to pick up that 10th win of the year.
Nice job, Coach. Nice job.
Ball's roughed up after he set the table with a couple of walks. 3-run homer Soriano, and now a line drive single by Coy Hill with 2 out. LeMahieu went 0 for 3 last night, only 58 at bats. And another soft liner. This one's going to fall. Hill will stop at second base. And the 8th man of the inning, Starlin Castro, comes up. Castro with a couple of hits tonight.
First pitch slider for Chad Qualls. And LeMahieu, he's definitely off the end of the bat, but
didn't really hit it hard. But
so that's what's frustrating for a relief pitcher. You make a pitch off the end of the bat, just happens to go over the infielders' heads. You throw a pitch down to the zone, which is Chad Qualls' strength, right? And Soriano just happens to hit it out to center field. I've always felt pitcher has to stay with his strength.
Andrew Carpenter getting loose in the Padre bullpen. Castro looks at ball 1. 2 line drive singles and a line out to left. Fly ball to right. 2 for 4 tonight for Castro, boosting his average to 307. That's a strike. 39 consecutive games reaching base safely. Best ever by a Cubs shortstop. Got to go back to 1929 to Woody English to find the previous leader at 34. Grew up in a little fishing town on the northwest coast of the Dominican Republic, Monte Cristi. Remember, he broke in with a loud noise. He had 6 RBIs in his first game as a Chicago Cub. Home run and a bases loaded triple. He's the real deal. 2-1.
Question about that. About a 21-year-old hitting 300 with over 200 hits. 91 runs scored. And he's shown power, been pretty productive with guys in scoring position because he hadn't just hit leadoff. He kind of batted all around that Cub lineup.
Where would you see him hitting the rest of his?
He does. He's kind of like Henley Ramirez. The power is going to come.
Reaches out and pounds one to second baseman Hudson for the final out. But 8 men go to the plate for the Cubs in the 8th inning, and 3 of them score on the 3-run blast by Alfonso Soriano. That'll awaken even the most fatigued fan. Padres now need 2 to tie. All right, Mark. Jeff Samardzija, the former Notre Dame star, football and baseball, comes in. He's had a workmanlike season. Lots of numbers. 8 wins and 4 losses out of the pen. His 75th appearance. 2.98 ERA. And a batting average against of 198.
And at times his control can be an issue for Samardzija. Fastball, slider, split, and a cutter. Mid-90s, even 97 at time for the right-hander.
LeMahieu stays in, and so does Campana. He's in left, and LeMahieu at third. Well, the Padres now, for the first time tonight, trail. They scored first, 2 runs in the second. But home run ball bites the home team. Solo by Ramirez and a 3-run shot by Soriano, each with their 26th of the season. Two and 0 to Bartlett, with MAYBIN and Headley to follow. Three and 0. There's the strike. 3 and 1. And Bartlett with the leadoff walk. Well, that's how the trouble started in the top half of the inning against Qualls, walking the leadoff man. See if the Padres can take advantage. So Matt Garza goes 7 innings. Allowed 2 earned runs, 5 hits, walked 2, and struck out 8. Sean Marshall, the lefty, starts listening up for Chicago. Marshall in the last 32 games with an ERA of 0.91. He's allowed 3 earned runs in nearly 30 innings. Strike to Hudson. Or excuse me, Cameron Maybin. Maybin 0 for 3. Late swing. Goes deep into the lower deck.
And now look, Cameron has elected to wear the batting gloves.
Sometimes it's superstition. You're not getting any knocks. Hey,
sure.
Take the gloves off, and then you continue not to get any knocks. Put them back on. You're going to use one now.
Count remains 2 strikes. Samardzija, all-conference baseball player, but an All-America football player. Wide receiver for the Irish. Line drive, right field. That's going to fall for a base hit. Cutting it off is LaHare. On his way to third is Bartlett. And the Padres have something brewing here in the 8th inning themselves.
Nice AB by Cameron Maybin. 2 strikes, protect the plate. Got a ball out over the plate. Didn't try to pull it, went right with it. Line it in the right center field. Bartlett goes first to third, and Padres are back in business.
Yeah, Samardzija not only wild at times walking hitters, but also wild in the strike zone. That is not where he wanted it, because Hill was set up totally differently, and Cameron takes that pitch away. He wanted it in, and he smokes it to right center field.
Headley with a single and 3 at-bats. Single to lead off the 2nd inning. Hudson followed with a base hit, and they both came home on Kyle Blank's double for the 2 Padre runs. No one out, 1st and 3rd. Padres got the tying run on at first, carried by the speedy Cameron Maybin. Deep. Bird is playing in center field. Ball 1.
This is what you call no doubles. You want to keep everything in front. As an outfielder, you don't want anything to go over your head unless it's going to go out of the ballpark. Got lots of room to work out there.
Last fastball at 98. Then he comes back with a slider at 88. Leadoff walk, got it started. Bartlett moves to third on the single by Maybin.
Remember, it was Gregerson that almost got Castro in the fake third throw to first, right? Always have to keep that in the back of your mind.
Foul back by Headley, who with that pinky finger, consistently releasing the one hand on his follow through. The left pinky finger, so it's the top hand when he's batting left-handed. .98 miles an hour, but out of the strike zone. 2-2.
Just watching here in the bottom of the 8th inning. He's been able to throw his slider for a strike. He's had some trouble getting that fastball in the strike zone.
Two and two. Runner goes. Strikeout. The throw to second, not in time. MAYBIN steals it. Headley is out on strikes, but the tying run in scoring position as MAYBIN has his 39th steal of the year. And here comes Mike Quaddy out, and we're going to have a pitching change with Orlando Hudson due up. Sean Marshall, the left-hander, comes in from the bullpen. We told you he's really been terrific the last month or so. Padres with a chance, got 2 men in scoring position. Did his college pitching at Virginia Commonwealth. He's a native of Virginia. A pretty good year last season in the bullpen for the Cubs. He was 7-5 in 80 appearances with a 2.65 ERA. He's the setup man for Chester Marmol. He enters the game with the Padres trying to tie it up. Runners at second and third, only one out. Hudson is 2 for 3 today. It turns around, bats right-handed for the first time, with Jerry Hermida, left-hander, due next. No one else throwing in the bullpen for Chicago at the moment. In for a strike.
Curveball, I'm sorry, Dick. That's right. Going over the repertoire here. Curveball, fastball, cutter, slider, change. I mean, he throws a lot of pitches. And the one thing that they've got going with Marshall is that when Marmol is down, this guy can close from the left side.
If he looks big, you're right. He is big. 6'7", 220. Foul back toward us. He quickly jumps in front of Orlando Hudson, 2 strikes. Bartlett at third, the tying run MAYBIN at second with 1 out. Struck him out. Curveball. So 2 away, and Jeremy Hermida is called back. And Nick Hundley will be the pinch hitter for Hermida. Has been a good hitter, especially here at PETCO. And of course, since he came off the DL, he's been one of the best hitters in the National League. He's averaged up to 287. 8 homers and 26 runs batted in. The Jesus Guzman, who was scratched from the lineup tonight, hitting .346 at Petco. That's going to be the best batting average by any Padre in the 8 years of play here at this stadium. And a rare Padre to hit .300 or better at home. But this year, Hundley has hit .305 here at Petco. It would be a spot for a sharp single with 2 men on, 2 out. Checks on the curveball. Padres are 0 for 6. Hundley is 0 for 6 as a pinch hitter.
You know, Hundley likes to break. He likes the fastball. He started him off with a breaking ball.
And now the fastball. Well, now it's just a hard slider at 88. This is really a microcosm of how the entire season has gone. Chance, they got a chance. Yep. One hit, you're right back in the ball game.
Oh.
Curveball, and it's 1-2.
Oh, it's a sharp break right there. Great rotation on that pitch from Marshall.
After showing he's not going to give in and throw him a fastball. Curveball, slider, curveball. Some options, some things that he could do, ways that he can go to pitch to Hundley here.
Struck out Hudson, and now he's ahead of Hundley 1-2. Running fastball at 93. 2-2. Leadoff walk Bartlett. MAYBIN single to right. Bartlett to third. MAYBIN has stolen second, so second and third. Striking out was Hudson after Headley had struck out. And now 2-2 to Hundley. Good eye. 3-2. Only one fastball in the entire sequence. What's he get here?
I'm going to guess breaking ball.
That's what I'm going to say too, because the one fastball that he threw him, he wasn't trying to throw it for a strike. So
he's going to try to probably backdoor a breaking ball or something, maybe down and in. I think it's going to be a breaking ball.
I agree. With first base open here, and Kyle Blank's on deck. I figure he's going to go for the out pitch.
Got him with a breaking ball. So after a walk and a single, Headley, Hudson, and Hundley all strike out. Marshall comes in and leaves 2 men in scoring position. After 8, it's 4-2 Chicago.
Your San Diego Padres gear at the Padres Majestic Team Store. You'll find the largest selection of Padres jerseys. Hey, even a Tony Gwynn jersey maybe. Caps, T-shirts, collectibles, and much, much more. The Padres Majestic Team Store is located on the bottom floor of the Western Metal Supply Company building at Petco Park right here, and it's open daily. So visit Padres Majestic Team Store today. Dick?
Yeah, they have a nice collection there. That's just on there in the left field corner. Open even when the Padres are not playing. So in the off season, as the holidays come up, or birthdays, anniversaries, do your shopping there at the Padres Team Store. Andrew Carpenter, working the ninth inning against the Cubs, will face Barney Ramirez replacement. We'll have to see how their order lays out. Campana will bat second, and then Pena third. Andy Perino comes into the game in the double switch to play in left field, with Venable moving from left to right. And Perino will hit in the pitcher's spot, so he'll bat third in the bottom of this ninth inning. And Chad Qualls, 1 inning, 3 runs, 3 hits. A couple of walks that betrayed him. '91 on the first delivery from Carpenter, misses. Barney is a single and a walk in 3 trips. 12th game for Andrew Carpenter on the season, 6th as a Padre.
The whole key for Andrew Carpenter, he doesn't have that overpowering fastball, and it's plain and simple. He's got to keep the ball down, and he has proven, he has shown, even when he misses, he tries to miss down. Doesn't have that biting, 93-mile-an-hour slider or 90-mile-an-hour fastball. He's got to be right on and keep the ball on the ground and in the yard.
And that has been what Padre pitching has not done tonight. Keep the Cubs in the yard. A solo blast by Ramirez, his 26th, leading off the 4th. And that made it 2-1 Padres at the time. Then the 2 walks by Qualls, and Soriano's home run over the center field wall, a 3-run shot for the 4-2 lead. Well, Barney leads off with a walk, and that's where the trouble started in the last frame. Tony Campana.
Especially in these situations where it looks like Campana's up there to bunt. Really can't afford to fall behind in the count. Barney can run a little bit. Campana can run.
That's a strike, 1-1. Campana has so much confidence in his speed that even in a sacrifice situation, he feels like he can move the runner and get a base hit.
Absolutely. It's about placement. The way that he can run, if he puts it in the right spot, it's going to be a base hit.
That pitch out, no action from Barney. That's going to be a tough play. That's a base hit. That's what we're talking about. Even if that had been fielded immediately by Carpenter or Martinez, they probably, with a high hopper, weren't going to get Campana.
That's what speed will do for you. That wasn't the best execution on this bunt. It hits the front of the plate, and it's got backspin on it. Carpenter thought that ball was going to bounce up, and it just kind of just stuck.
Well, he's out of the blocks in a hurry.
My goodness.
Well, Luis Durango, with that kind of speed for the Padres, the fastest in the Padre organization, down around what, 3.8, 3.9. And this man must be at least that. 3.8. So 2 on for Pena with no one out. A walk and a bunt single. He's 0 for 4. And the ball gets away. Well, a foul tip apparently. Pena struck out, grounded out, lined to first and lined to center. Cubs have hit the ball hard all night long, and fortunately for the Padres, other than the 2 home runs, most of the shots have been right to a glove. A ball and a strike to Pena. Well, tomorrow night, the finale. 5 o'clock for our Honda Dealers pregame show. LeBlanc 4 and 6. Dempster for the Cubs 10 and 13. That one gets away all the way to the screen, and the runners move up, 2nd and 3rd on the wild pitch.
Boy, the last thing that you want is the wheels to come off here in the 9th inning. Try to keep it at 2 runs. And you talk about yanking a slider here.
That bounded so high, almost went over the screen. So 2nd and 3rd, a walk and a bunt single. So they Cubs have hit the ball about 23 feet in the inning and have 2 men in scoring position. And now they're going to walk Pena. So that'll give them a shot at a double play at any base, with LaHare, the rookie, coming up next. So 2 walks became runs in the last inning as Soriano homered. And now 2 walks and a bunt single have loaded the bases with no one out here in the 9th inning for Chicago. LaHare, we mentioned 38 home runs in the minors at Iowa, and he's hit a couple here in the big league. So a 40 home run season for this young man. Infield tight, and he takes a big rip. Blake DeWitt, the veteran infielder, left-handed hitter, on deck. Pitcher's spot is due next.
Nice changeup from Andrew. This might be the situation where backing off a little bit might help him out a little bit. You get a weak grounder off the end of the bat.
Well, that's what you're looking for here, trying to get a round ball.
Got it.
Nice.
Nice strikeout.
That's the first out, and now a double play can bail you out of the inning.
That's huge for Andrew Carpenter. It looked like he went back-to-back changeups. You betcha. And the key, keeping it down. If he hits it on the ground, okay, it goes to one of the infielders. If he swings through it, even better for the strikeout.
DeWitt hitting .258 on the season. He's been a very busy pinch hitter. As many chances as just about anyone in the league. 63 pinch hit chances with 13 hits. 1 home run. He's knocked in 8 runs as a pinch hitter. Marlon Byrd moving into the on-deck circle for the Cubs. Infield remains tight. That one's going to kick foul. Runners return. Barney to third, Campana to second, and Pena to first base. And DeWitt back to home plate, 1-1.
Harper made a good pitch there. He got the wit out in front and hit a little squiver down the first base line. And on a play like that, with the infield in, And a guy at second base like Campana who can run, play to first base, you got to be ready to take a look at home because there's nobody. He's got a huge lead at second base, and any kind of slow roller or something where you don't go to home plate, he could come around third and try to score.
Especially the one where the pitcher's covering.
Exactly.
Let's say the ball's hit to the right of Kyle Blanks at first base. Carpenter's got to get over there, and sometimes they kind of lose track. You got to keep an eye on that runner. Good call.
2-1. 3-1. Now a couple of walks, one intentional. Sandwiching a bunt single by Campana. And now DeWitt. Luxury of looking for something he likes because no room for error now for Carpenter. Foul back. A cup at every base with one out and a full count on DeWitt. Back through the middle, base hit. Hit second base, in fact. Campana will follow Barney, and two more are in for the Cubs. It's 6-2 as DeWitt delivers off the bench. 9th and 10th RBI as a pinch hitter. That's 5 runs batted in from the number 6 spot on the batting order.
A bad pitch broke his bat, but he hit it in a perfect spot right back up the middle. Infield in, the infielders had no chance of getting that ball, and DeWitt drives in too and gives the Cubs a little bit of insurance.
Bird 2 lineouts to left and 2 ground balls to short. First and second. Still only one out. So 6 runs for the Cubs, 3 of them here in the last 2 innings, men who earned their way on with a base on balls. Seems forever ago, doesn't it, that Anthony Bass left with a 2-1 lead? 5 innings.
Absolutely.
2 runs in the first seemed like a long time ago, too, because Banks knocked in the 2 and they had second and third and 2 outs.
Another foul. It's 1-2 to Marlon Byrd. Yeah, they got the 2 runs in and had been at second and third, and Venable struck out. They had a chance for a big inning back in the second. Of course, the last of the 8th inning had been at second and third again with only 1 out. Marshall came in to strike out both Hudson and Hundley.
Good eye, Marlon.
Padre fans have been spoiled throughout these last couple of years. You don't see many games where the opposition scores runs like this late in a game. And he gets Bird swinging for the second out. A couple of strikeouts for Carpenter. And Coy Hill, the catcher, is only a bat. He singled. 6 runs and 12 hits now for the visitors from Chicago. Two runs and 6 hits for San Diego. Change up for a strike. Hill, the switch hitting catcher. And he falls behind 0-2.
He keeps the ball down, doesn't he?
like he said, he's not overpowering, so he really has to.
The hit by Hill the last time up, only his third hit as a left-handed batter this year. Hitting .095 left-handed, .209 right-handed. Runners at first and second, 2 gone here in the ninth. 2 runs in, 6-2 Chicago, 1-2 the count. That was close. Struck him out. Another changeup. So he strikes out the side, does Andrew Carpenter, but a couple of walks and a key hit by pinch hitter Blake DeWitt. And the Cubs get 2 more, and it's 6-2 going to the last of the ninth. And the hit of the game is brought to you by El Cajon Ford, as Tony Gwynn says.
Nobody beats El Cajon Ford.
Well, so visit them at Broadway in Maine or elcajonford.com. And the hit of the game with a score 2-1 and 2 men on. Golf shot from Alfonso Soriano over the center field wall. His 26th homer of the year, and that blows it open 4-2. And the Cubs had 2 more here in the top of the ninth inning. Chester Marmol, check that, Carlos Marmol, the closer for the Cubs, comes on, even though this is not a save situation. He's 2-6 this year. Hasn't pitched quite the dominating force that he was last year. 4.07 ERA, but a 2.07 batting average.
46 walks is the alarming number.
Reed Johnson defensively in right field. Kyle Blanks has accounted for the 2 Padre runs with a 2-run double to left center field back in the second inning. He's grounded out twice to short.
You know, if Marmol can get through that first hitter, chances are he's going to have a good inning. But a lot is told on how he pitches to that first hitter. If the Padres can draw a walk here, might get interesting. And you know what, Tony? Marmol's been one of those guys, if the hitters had a plan to go up there and just take, I'd wonder how many guys he would walk in a row. Because how many legitimate strikes does he actually throw? He's only thrown 1 this at bat.
Foul back. He's walked 46 men in 73 innings this year. He's also struck out 97 in 73 innings.
I think the biggest thing with Marmol is his delivery. I mean, he gives you a lot of action coming to the plate, and you really got to try to find the baseball.
Pulled foul. Cubs pitching tonight, striking out 11 Padres. Strikeouts are part of the history of baseball on this date, September 27th. Back in 1973, I was in Anaheim Stadium when Nolan Ryan set the all-time strikeout record. 283. Passing Sandy Koufax by 1, but Ryan had to go 11 innings to get that strikeout to beat Koufax. Or 383, rather. Only missed by a few, huh? Chop the third foul.
And you said, Dick, that game went extras?
11 innings. He pitched the complete game, 11 innings, to get the struck out Rich Reese, the Minnesota Twins, for the 383rd.
One of those numbers that's going to stand.
You think that's going to hang on for a while? Foul.
I agree, Tony. You know,
in today's game,
nobody's going to pitch that long.
He had about 26, 27 complete games that year.
383 strikeouts. How many innings did he go that year?
Over 300.
Over 300.
Probably you could put any two pitchers on most staffs today, and they would have totaled the number of innings he pitched. Full count, and Blanks with a leadoff walk. There you go. Well, as we move to close to 10:30, and traditionally 11:30, except in the Midwest, Chicago time, 10:30 was the Tonight Show, right? And the first Tonight Show.
Jack Parr?
Jack Parr, NBC.
Nice.
1954. You know who his key guest was?
Bob Hope.
How about Willie Mays?
Oh, nice. That's a good way to start it off.
Jack Parr. Well, actually, wait. Steve Allen was the first, and then Jack Parr.
Funny man.
Steve Allen, then Jack Parr, and of course then Johnny.
Didn't Jack Parr get fired for saying something like water closet on the air or something, or toilet? No, he did, didn't he?
Be careful now.
Didn't he get let go because of that?
There was, it was something by today's standards.
Yeah.
It was just mundane.
And then Johnny was king. Right?
I'm old enough to have seen all of those men. Steve Allen was, he was brilliant. Steve Allen was, not only very funny, but, classical in so many other ways.
A great musician, too, wasn't he?
Musician, the whole works. Didn't he write the theme, the Tonight Show theme?
He may have. He may have. Good piano player.
But he couldn't play center field, so he got Willie Mays. Now 2-2 to Luis Martinez. He's lined out, grounded to short, and walked tonight. Padres need some more base runners. Blanks has accommodated with a leadoff walk and a foul Martinez. And one of the great home run hitters of all time on this date in 1938 hit his 58th, Hank Greenberg. Only 2 from Ruth. Greenberg. And it's 3-2. Yeah, this is starting to get interesting here in the bottom of the 9th inning.
You got this guy. Come on, Luis, you got this guy.
Chop to the right side. Good play by Pena, and Marmol covers for the out. And there's one out here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Marmol gets Martinez to tap out on a 3-2 pitch. Andy Perino inserted in the double switch in the last inning. Comes up, hitting 9th. switch hitter that can play all 3 infield positions and all 3 outfield spots. That's in for a strike. 92 on the fastball. Lanks at second, 1 out. And Marmol up on the count, 2 strikes. Will Venable on deck. 6-2 Cubs here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Struck him out. Went to the slider. And Brino becomes the 12th strikeout victim tonight.
Almost got a good slider. That one he took a lot off. And a hard slider, good fastball, and low to mid-90s.
A lot of movement in that delivery.
But the key is, getting balls in the strike zone.
And when you have a delivery like Marmol, it's tough to repeat it, right? And look how he falls off the mound as well. So that release point is out of whack.
Toughest night of all for Padre hitters. Will Venable, 3 strikeouts and a ground ball to second. Works the count to 2-0. Three and 0. $39,058 tonight, and the brave and the believers are still with us. Pumps that one in at 91. 3 balls and a strike. And he walks him. 0-2 on walks. Padres need 1 more base runner. Bring that tying run to the plate here in the home half of the 9th inning. Jason Bartlett steps up. He's walked. 0 for 3. Couple of ground outs to short and a strikeout. With Cameron Maybin moving into the on-deck circle. That's the man Bud Black wants to see come to the plate.
Give yourself an opportunity. Try to get that tying run up there to the plate. And on the other side is Mike Quaddy. These kind of appearances that are tough to watch.
Yeah. Make him throw you a strike. Ball 1, thank you.
No one throwing in the bullpen. It's on Marmol's shoulders. Two and 0.
Mark Riggins coming out to have a chat, pitching coach for the Cubs.
This is the kind of situation you say, let them hit the ball.
Yeah, exactly.
We got all these guys out there. See them? They got those gloves on their hands. Let them hit the ball. Maybe it'll go to one of them.
Look at the body language on some. Reed Johnson's got his hands behind his back out in right field. Carlos Pena. Are you kidding me? We got a 4-run lead, and on the defensive end, and I know he's not trying to nibble, but that's what it looks like when you're on defense. It's like, man, go ahead, throw one down the middle, see what he can do with it.
And he does, and he takes it 2-1. He goes around 2-2. So down to the final strike. Well, I guess it's mostly the Cubs fans who staying. Ball 3. Full count. Pitch away from loading the bases and bringing the tying run up here in the bottom of the ninth. Struck him out. Went to an off-speed slider, and the Cubs have won it 6-2. Rolling a 3 in the 8th and 2 in the 9th to overcome an early 2-1 San Diego lead. So this final series of the season, Cubs and the Padres have split. A rubber game tomorrow night as we close out this 2011 campaign. Win for the Cubs tonight. Back with the totals in a moment.